Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now December 11th of 2023, and given that there's a lot of things still happening to this day between both Elon Musk and Bob Iger, Disney and the X platform, and exactly what's going on in between. Now we know that Elon Musk has been calling out Bob Iger like no tomorrow, keeping Disney in the spotlight, keeping them in the hot seat, so to speak, and not in the best way, right? He wants to shine a light on all of the agenda-driven nonsense that's being spewed by Disney, everything related to DEI and ESG, and this is going to be an ongoing thing by Elon Musk on X and also on different podcasts. We have more to talk about that later in the week. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also find me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, what's interesting about Bob Iger is that, like I've always said, this man, I like to call him Bob Liger. He will say whatever he has to say to drag the shareholders and what he calls the customers into the following year to create a successful year following, of course, everything that has not worked for them. We know that Wish was a box office failure, as was The Marvels, Indiana Jones 5, Ant-Man 3, and among others. And it's not looking good for 2024 because of how empty it really is going to be. So 25 is really going to be the year where you are going to really see a train of box office failures again by Disney. We already have the Fantastic Four drama spewing. We have everything happening with Blade that's not looking good. And let's not forget about Snow White 2025. However, alright, when it comes down to Bob Iger's stance against Elon Musk, with the Elon Musk and Bob Iger drama only getting worse for Disney and their current challenges, one major development has to do with Bob Iger and his response toward all the callouts made against them on X by Elon Musk, where Iger delivered the following. As CEO, it is only fair for myself to be transparent with all of our customers and shareholders around the globe. As you know, many individuals have been making unrealistic claims about our company and what Disney stands for. Though I hold my differences with Mr. Musk on what we do, I believe it is important to set the record straight apart from what others are led to believe on different platforms such as X, to alter our image and beliefs. First things first, we find it important that all of our projects, be it television or for film, do not engage in agenda-driven strategies that divide people through various factors. That is our number one goal right now, and how we aim to improve ourselves with this common misconception about our approach to brands like Star Wars and Marvel. We are actively focused on quieting down the noise as one of our resolutions for 2024, and I can't stress this enough that we do not engage in any kind of culture wars. Many social media platforms have pushed to make those believe that this is our number one priority in film and television. And though we do feel it was best to allow our Disney-related accounts to remain on Mr. Musk's platform, we felt it was best to shift away from advertising there for other factors that we have discussed previously. Here at Disney, we are all about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we in no way see this as any form of an agenda, nor do we see this as engaging in culture wars with our products, with other fandoms, like our films and television programs for Disney+. This is a misconception that we are trying to put to rest so that we can better aim our products to the right customers throughout producing, of course, these projects for the years to come. Those that attempt to convince others that we support culture wars or promote agenda-driven strategies on our end are the types of customers that we ask to not engage with our content if it leaves one unsatisfied. Yeah, I mean, let me just say one thing, guys, about Bob Iger. I have no problem with that. Not paying attention to anything moving onwards or seeing those films in theaters. As long as it holds all of those agendas, I am not going to deal with them. Now, we know that there's a lot of things going on here with Bob Iger. Given that Bob Iger obviously has a problem with X, obviously has a problem with Elon Musk, and he's kind of giving off this attitude like, yeah, I'm acknowledging that I'm different from Elon Musk, no hate, but I'm going to still call him out anyways about what he's doing against Disney. And that's very cowardly, by the way. I think at the end of the day, Bob Iger should really just go all out if he really wanted to, and just really kind of directly go against Elon Musk. It really sounds like he's frightened of him, and you know what? He should be. Elon Musk, let's not forget, this man said what he had to say. It is something that we have all been waiting for him to actually say on stage. What he said on stage of how he acknowledged Bob Iger, and how he acknowledged that he was in the background somewhere in the audience, and all of that nonsense that Disney believes in, all of their agenda-driven nonsense, is also being acknowledged by Elon Musk on X. The reason why Bob Iger has such an issue with that is that now Elon is waking up a lot of people that may have been unaware about all of this Disney drama. I mean, I know there's a lot of people, especially a lot of you guys out there, that follow us here or on Twitter/X, and many of you really never knew anything about what was going on with Bob Iger or Disney's strategies, and now everyone's slowly, kind of getting into tune with all of that. However, let's get to the conclusion here. Now, he goes on to elaborate. We are aiming to those that accept diversity, equity, and inclusion in our products moving onwards, and various social media platforms, including X, are leading users into believing that we are about something against our loyal customers and shareholders that have been so dear to us over generations. As CEO, I am proud to announce that we will be enhancing DEI into all of our upcoming Marvel and Star Wars projects to create a new era of content on television and for theaters, and will be revolutionary for all divisions here at Disney. We thank everyone for their time in understanding this ongoing misconception about what Disney is all about. So, listen, Bob Iger, I know he's never going to hear this, but you're in for a ride, because Elon Musk is not going to stop here. We know that he is already in the planning stages of going not just on the Joe Rogan podcast, but another podcast associated with the mainstream media. We're not quite sure, to be specific, what that actual podcast is going to be. We'll talk more about that if we garner that. But interestingly enough about this is that Bob Iger is coming across like he's trying to act professional at the same exact time, calling out Elon Musk, and it's kind of been done in a very cowardly way, right? You can tell that Bob Iger is just holding back a lot, and how he's so upset with what X is now delivering the truth about Disney, and how a lot of people are beginning to kind of just wake up and realize what Disney truly is all about. We know their strategies are all agenda-driven garbage. We know that DEI and ESG is hypocritical and flawed and contradictory in nature. I always put this out there. But we can't just focus on the board of directors and Bob Iger, and I know I always say this, but it has to be said. BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, the top shareholders over at Disney, they really are the root of the problem, alright? They are the weed, so to speak, and it's very tough to get rid of that. These companies are everywhere. It's not just Disney, by the way. It's other Hollywood studios like Warner Brothers. It's other corporations and organizations out there. I mean, they are all over. So overall, guys, I would really like to hear your overall opinion on this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.